Hello everyone, Railgan here. Today we are having a look at a game that I played against the Grandmaster player Cuddle Bear. Well, not all that well known, but what we will talk about is how to hold off the T-Rex Reaper play that has plagued the ladder for quite some time, and we will do that with our beloved Pool First opener. Pool First is the way that I play CVC. It's the way I play CVC, ZvT, and well, in CVP it doesn't really make too much sense because, well, it's just you kinda need link speed against adepts, is what I feel. That's why I don't really go pool first. Also, if you try to delay your expansion against Protoss, you just kinda get pylon blocked at your natural. What happens this game is I sent two links across the map and I immediately noticed the 3 barracks, or rather at least 2 barracks at the natural, so I can kinda guess that it's going to be a 3 barracks, especially since I see multiple Reapers. So I threw down the Roach Warren as soon as possible, started spreading creep, went up to 3 queens. I kept my drones in gas, I'm not getting link speed, my links are ready up at the ramp in case he tried to go up here with his Reapers. This is just one way to hold, but it's the way that I am most comfortable with. I'm starting to spam out some roaches. I'm using queens down here and roaches up here, mostly for defense right now. Could have also put up a spine up here, for example. All your crazy creative ideas, well, they probably make sense and you can kind of use them. He's building 2 additional command centers. We see that pretty often from the turn players. It's important to have overlords that give you vision. I sadly don't have an overlord here because I moved it up here accidentally while microing my units. Spreading creep is really important as well, because if I put a 2 more down up here, then I get creep around this area, then I put 1 here and I get creep around this area, I put 1 here and I get creep around this area. And on creep it's a lot harder for him to use his little Reapers. Once I feel safe, I don't really have too many units, but I kinda noticed that, well, he's not really adding additional Reapers, so I started getting my lair. I kept droning up. If we look at the income right now, he's of course ahead because he is Terran. But I'm feeling pretty comfortable. He's also building 2 E-base, 2 evolution base, that's what I wanted to say. No. Building 2 E-base. Still walking around with his Reapers. He doesn't really want to deuce them. I don't really need my links either. Like, the links are kind of dead weight units at this point of the game. I think his plan is just to deny my 3rd base for as long as possible. So as soon as I move out to push him back a little bit, he's like, he's probably taking his 3rd base, so he goes to check, but I did not. I then got 2 evolution chambers once I felt saturated on my economy. I'm getting both the missile and the carapace upgrade. Sometimes you will see that people only get 1 upgrade, but that's usually the missile upgrade if you want to stay Roach Ravager, or the carapace upgrade if you want to transition to something different. If you were to go completely all in on the Reapers, I would have just made a lot more Roach Ravager. Right now I'm pressuring him a little bit. This is a really bad trade for me, like I'm losing a lot of units right here. He's stimming quite a bit, but if you check the units lost up, I lost way more than he did. Like, way more. I was like... that was a horrible engagement by me. I just kinda wanted to push out and do damage to him. But he was ready for it, so he just cleaned me up completely. Maybe I should have just fought him there and tried to get out as much as I possibly can anyways. Right here is where a lot of players will start to break. So the Terran has tanks at home, which keep him pretty much safe from your attacks. Like, it's really hard to push into a Terran that has tanks at home, especially if he's also pushing you at the same time. So we'll see how I defend this. Keep in mind, I don't really hotkey my units too much. Right now I actually hotkeyed them. I have this control group for attack and this control group for defense. Now, the way I position my units is I selected my hatcheries and I set a rally point up here. then all I need to do is put some units here to be safe, put some units here to be safe, and all the units that I'm building at home will spawn around here anyway, so I can just kind of juggle them to the natural and main as I see fit, as you're seeing right now. Problem is I didn't quite have enough units in my main, so I kind of took a little bit of damage that I did not necessarily want to take. And so the early stages of this hold are a little bit suboptimal. But what I'm gonna do very soon is, once I notice that he keeps dropping me, we put units at this base, we put units at this base, and we put units over here, and then no matter where he drops me, I'm gonna be fine. This is my map vision that I'm showing you guys right now, like I don't really see too much what's going on, and as soon, I'm gonna go to my camera, as soon as I notice that he's actually pushing, I'm starting to pull my units together because I know I cleaned up most of his drops. Right now I'm waiting for my +2 missile upgrade, which will finish very shortly. Kinda slept on my carapace upgrade. I pushed up and I noticed that his tanks were shooting at me, so I wanted to get out a Ravager. I mean, he's still dropping me over here, but I cleaned that up quite quickly, especially with the Queen. Then I move in and I pretty much just run over him because I have an economic advantage, right? I'm gonna go back and show you that engagement again, because I went kind of quickly over it. I think it's a pretty important engagement. So the drop comes in, right? It's already pretty low. I'm sending up my units while I'm morphing the Ravagers. Drop is dead. Then I just move in. I'm putting Bile over here, so he has to move his units all the way back unless he wants to go really forward with his bio. Then I just push ahead. Even though I had my own Biles there, I had to push ahead. And I clean up the tanks. That's how we did that. And well, you can probably imagine how the rest of the game is going to go. I just keep on pushing. I have a lot of Ravagers. Shot straight over his Medivacs right there, taking care of those. Pushing on ahead. Trying to kill this production right here. If I can limit his production, then he cannot get enough units to stop my attack from happening anyway, so I just keep on pushing and pushing. I'm kind of scared of tanks, that's why I'm moving in with my Overseer right now. I'm dropping a Changeling there and sending it to his main base so I can get vision. And I just keep pumping the Roach Ravager at home. There's just Roaches coming. I have my 2-2 upgrade, he has his 2-2 upgrade. But he really cannot keep up. And I didn't really worry too much about his third base while this was going on. I was then going to send these Roaches to his third base while I keep firing at his natural with my Roach Ravager, corrosive piling the ramp. And that's how we won this game against the 3-Rex opener. So I hope it helped you guys. If you want a replay, as always, check down in the chat. Tomorrow I'll have another game for CVZ for you guys with the pool first opener. I think it's going to be the last one. It's going to be against Jon Snow. We're going to have a look at pool first on Habitation Station. Stay tuned. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.